touch on the tiger now, because the tiger is the leader. The tiger is the leader, so it takes action, but it's very protective also. The water tiger is a little bit different than the tiger. There's different elements of it, but this is the water tiger year. And so it is. It's a leader. It's powerful and balanced in its walk. If you watch a tiger walk, he places or she places her foot firmly on the ground. Now, with our pandemic, it's been like walking on a waterbed, hasn't it? Nobody can really put their feet on the ground because we never knew what was going to happen from one to the other. The only thing we can do is bring ourselves into balance so that we're actually able to put our feet on the ground. If the world's falling around us not very well, then we're together and we can keep going with it. And that's what the tiger. It's a great year to be in, because we've got all that other stuff going on, and people are coming back and trying to do what they do in life, and some have been fantastic and it's kept going and they haven't had a hiccup. Others have had enormous hiccups in their businesses and things. So to be in the energy now of the tiger, I'm so happy, because even when you see a tiger moving, it never thinks that it can't go out and get its food for its family, never thinks it's going to fail. It just wakes up every day, goes out to get the feed, da-da-da-da. So it never thinks it's going to fail. So how fabulous is that to start from now? And then it's very protective of its environment, and it's very protective, you think about it, of the cubs, the children. So you're protective in your own environment as well, protective of yourself, protective of your business, not in a fear way, just in a protective way. And so, but it's an action year. We can learn all the things in the world, and I can go out and tell somebody's own beliefs, they don't take action, it's not going to work. And the same is everything. We can read and we can meditate for hours, and we can have wonderful insight. But if we don't take action, it doesn't happen. It's not going to happen. So this year is very important for that. Very big year in self-confidence, a very big year in romantic love. It all goes back to the person, it's building up our self-esteem. Some people might have, had a few knocks and they've got to sort of wind themselves up again. So it's building that up. If they want romantic love, and if some people are always looking for that, then, it's best to love yourself first, and then you'll bring it in. You'll bring in the good one. But it's a very positive energy, the tiger, very positive. So I'm excited to work in it, really.
And so as far as taking action, Barbie, is that balanced action? As like you have to obviously balance your energy, as you were saying earlier.
Very much so. And never, in our own working environment ourselves, our person, it's actually, yes, very much calling on all your knowledge, calling on all your energy, but never overwhelming yourself, because that's when you'll get ill. So if you get tired, you just step out and rest. And that's the big thing about this year as well. So, one lady asked me, and she said, I'm so busy, I can't do this. I feel like I'm on the hurdy-gurdy. I said, well, get off. Get off the hurdy-gurdy for a while. It still be spinning. You can just jump back on again. Life keeps going, doesn't it?
I don't know what a hurdy-gurdy is. You want to translate for us Americans? I don't know what that is.
Well, when you're a child, maybe you're in the park, and there was when I was little, anyway, I'm a lot older than you guys, but when I was little, there was what we called a thing that span around. So you jumped on it.
A merry-go-round.
A carousel, yes.
A merry-go-round.
Not quite the carousel, because it was a physical thing. It was just a disc, had handles on it, and the kids would spin it, and you used to try and jump on it while it was actually going around.
Hurdy-gurdy Americans, that's a merry-go-round. So, okay.
All right, okay. That'll do.
And
That'll
also,
do. Yeah.
I learned cantaloupe is rock melon, so I'm quite international now. I'm going to go someday. I hope to have grandkids to play on the hurdy-gurdy. So
hurdy-gurdy in Australia.
There you go. See, now I'll have to go find one.
Yeah. Well, you know, if you're spinning, I mean, put it this way: if you're spinning too much, then stop spinning. You know, really, that's what it's about. And reset. That's a big word in my life. You know, it's reset your life. You know, we go out, we do everything, and then bring it back and reset. You know, and that's all in our understanding and knowledge that comes from yes. You know, I do lots of lectures, and I'll say to them, intellectually, you can strategize and plan, which we're bringing all our knowledge. And, you know, I'm a notes person. I'll sit down and write out what I'm doing that day or whatever I've got scheduled for the week. But energetically, you'll succeed because energy is your emotion. So if you haven't got your emotions in a balanced state in some way, I mean, life happens, doesn't it? And it can knock us off our perch or something. But, you know, intellectually, you'll make it happen. It's like that planning. It's like the male side of all of us. But, you know, energetically, you'll succeed because you'll go, you know, something, my gut's telling me I'm not going to do that. My gut's telling me that's not the way to go. So take notice of it. You know, if it feels good, do it. I listened to a very beautiful talk of the Dalai Lama, and he actually said, you know, when you want to do something, ask yourself, will it make me happy? And if you can say yes right away without knowing the hows, the whys, the money to have with it, whatever, then follow that path. Now, to some people that sounds airy-fairy, but you think about it, you know, in our life, if we had followed sometimes other passions even, you know, where would we have been now? But we gave it up because of whatever, people's opinion, our opinion, whatever. We didn't follow our passion. But when we get to my age, I follow my passion. And my passion is feng shui and designing beautiful jewellery and doing humanitarian projects. It's just me. It doesn't have to be everybody else. But the feng shui and the crystal jewellery, and you made a very beautiful introduction when you said that the jewellery works on the person. So that's the personal side of working with that energy. And feng shui is working in the environment. And it's so true. And they work together.
Yeah, interesting.
Thank you so much, Barbie, for being with us today. I feel like we've learnt so much that is just below the surface. And I think now's the perfect time talking about, you know, having a positive year of action. And as Bobbie said, she's a tiger. So she was really looking forward to this conversation to understand how she can implement some of those ideas. And certainly in the home, I think there's, you know, now's the time, isn't it, to start clearing and, you know, clearing the energy and making sure that we've got some positive energy happening, positive action, and we're going to be able to, you know, 2022. These are, you know, big numbers. We're on this. Are we the 2nd of Feb today? Could be.
Yeah, we're into it already. Yeah.
So I just want to know, how's the future looking? You guys are a day ahead of me. So how's the future looking?
That's really good to
I'm
me.
hoping it's positive.
Yeah. And look, honestly, you know, when we were linking with the tiger in the year, just keep that in mind. I mean, the tiger is strong. It has its feet firmly on the ground. It never thinks it's going to fail. It's protective of ourself and our environment, our persons and our family, and however that goes. And it builds up our self-esteem. And I think after coming out of the pandemic for those 2 years we've had here, Tracey, you know, we haven't had it as bad as the rest of the world, but it's still been tough, you know. And so just to bring in that beautiful energy to start our year, knowing that energy's in the ethos so that we can call on it and build it in our own personal lives and our business, I think it's fabulous.